Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, Relay for Life comes back to Quinnipiac with a brand new event.
Changes happen to the university policy about Ubers.
And 2 Quinnipiac students have been covered by national news organizations. We speak with them both.
All that and more on tonight's Q30 Newscast.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Welcome to the Q30 Newscast. I'm Zach Blanchard.
And I'm Liv Dufault. First tonight, one Quinnipiac fraternity is reaching new heights.
And their remarkable story in philanthropy is being picked up across the country.
Q30's Sarah Schreiner has the story.
One of Quinnipiac University's very own is making big headlines, but it's not just about him. It's about a cause.
It's definitely something weird, something I never expected.
Joseph Mullaney is the face of a newly founded philanthropy event that raises money to help the fight against Friedreich's ataxia. The upcoming 10-mile bike event is getting a large amount of publicity from all different mediums.
I figured this would be a big philanthropy event, but I didn't realize it would get this much publicity, and I mean, so far it's been incredible. Many people don't know what FA is, so to be able to talk to these news stations, talk to you guys, be able to get the word out there is huge.
News sources like the Huffington Post, Fox, and WFSB Connecticut, along with pop culture sources like Total Sorority Move and Total Frat Move, have all covered the heartwarming story of Mullaney's struggle and how his fraternity brothers helped him reach new heights.
Greek life gets a bad rep around the country, so to see this and see what actually happens that people don't show is incredible.
Mullaney is a brother of Sigma Phi Epsilon here at QU. When his disease kept him from climbing the Sleeping Giant State Park Mountain, a tradition at Quinnipiac, his brothers helped him climb it, and they captured it.
I mean, I knew Sigma had my back, but I didn't realize it was this big. A lot of brothers are they'll get a donation and just freak out, be so excited. Just to see how excited they are is something humbling and something that I can't really explain what it means to me. But I do love these guys, and I mean, just to be able to spread the word about FA is huge.
The Rat-A-Taxi event is on October 11th, and the fraternity has set a goal of $25,000. But Mullaney has a goal of his own.
Just to get it out there, so I mean, Joe from Oklahoma knows about it is huge.
One word to describe Mullaney's attitude during all of the publicity: hopeful.
And hopefully one day we find a cure, and hopefully it raises enough support that, we don't have to do these interviews anymore.
Sarah Schreiner, Q30 News.
Quinnipiac junior Kaylin Blonstein makes her Good Morning America debut. This past Tuesday, the ABC show aired a segment on the journalism major's 70-pound weight loss journey. Blonstein was inspired by the book The Shift: How I Finally Lost Weight and Discovered a Happier Life, written by the New York Times bestselling author Tori Johnson. Good Morning America producer Taylor Berent and videographer Tom Manning spent the past Sunday on the York Hill campus interviewing Blonstein and her family. The best part of the day, Johnson surprised Blonstein with hugs, words of encouragement, and a gift card to Gap.
Being on Good Morning America was weird. It was very surreal. I was honored that I got the opportunity, and I've been blessed with so much support with Q30, with friends, with family, all over Facebook and social media. But it was definitely very weird to watch myself on national TV. Everybody is commenting on Facebook saying how amazing it is and how good I looked and how cool of a story it was. And people on campus will stop me and be like, "Oh my God, I saw you on TV. You're so cool." I think by having this happen, it makes me want to continue to get to my goal. I mean, I have 30 more pounds to go, but it definitely was a nice little self-esteem boost showing it to so many people and getting such positive feedback.
And now to a major announcement. The university is saying it is now lifting its ban on Uber. Starting this weekend, students will be able to request the cost-saving taxi service to designated points on campus. Uber cars can pick students up from the Hogan and North lots on main campus and the Eastview lot on York Hill. Today, Public Safety released a statement from Chief Edgar Rodriguez saying, quote, "The decision to allow Uber on campus was based on safety concerns for our students. We received numerous complaints from the community. By allowing Uber on campus, we are able to monitor our students getting into and out of Uber vehicles. The safety of our students is our #1 concern and priority." But some students say it isn't just about the safety on campus, but in the cars themselves.
It was raining. He was on his phone texting whoever he was texting. He was driving really fast. He had drugs out on the dashboard, and it was just unsafe for everyone in the vehicle.
We were actually blue red light, like the first light we stopped at, so I didn't feel safe in the Uber, but it's kind of like my only mode of transportation at the moment, so I really had no choice.
Public safety is still urging students to use metro taxi or shuttles, especially on the weekends. And the Students Veterans Organization hosted an event on the Quad to honor the lives lost on September 11th. At 8:46 a.m., the Quinnipiac community observed a moment of silence as student veterans lowered the flag to half-staff. About 200 students were there to memorialize the tragedy 14 years ago.
Congratulations to the Sweets, the Hall Brawl champions of 2015. The second annual Hall Brawl, hosted by RHC, was held last Saturday, and the campus-wide competition had a great turnout. Students competed in activities like ultimate frisbee, capture the flag, inflatable jousting, plus many more. All residence halls put up a good fight, but it was the Sweets who took home the gold. Great job to everyone who participated.
The Mount Carmel Cafeteria has added healthier options. A Chobani yogurt bar and a vegetarian station have been added to Cafe Q. The changes occurred after requests came in for Chartwells to add more options for vegetarians and those who want healthier options. Students, like sophomore Taylor Morrison, are enjoying the healthy options and how easy it is to get them.
It's really quick and healthy, so I like having that option in the morning when I'm really busy for my 8 a.m.
Other changes to the cafeteria include crispy chicken added to the BYOB grill and the ice cream station moving near the waffle machines. This past weekend, Quinnipiac held one of its biggest fundraising events of the fall semester.
Q30's Ayah Galal has all the details.
Relay for Life, a community-based fundraising event that draws millions of participants, plus lots of donations. And on the Quinnipiac campus, more than 500 people came to support the American Cancer Society. The event was held during this fall semester, but was traditionally done in the spring. And the planning process is no easy job.
It took about, I'd say, a year and a half of planning to get logistically set up for tonight. Working with everyone we have coming to campus, our speakers, university administration, facilities, public safety. So it really is it's a day in and day out process getting to this point. And I'm really proud of the work they've done to get us to where we are today.
The event is held from 4 p.m. until 6 a.m. the next morning. This year's guest speaker was Nathan Orsini, a junior communications major at Quinnipiac. On his 20th birthday, Nathan was diagnosed with diffused intrinsic pontine glioma, a highly aggressive and difficult to treat brain tumor found at the base of the brain.
You really don't know how much you take for granted in life until you're faced with something like this.
Nathan's speech received a standing ovation, and his team alone raised over $4,000. Following the opening ceremony, the survivor lap took place. Later on in the night, the Luminaria ceremony was held. This is when participants celebrate survivors and remember those lost to the disease.
I think what this event really shows is that how much support there is out there, and although it's tough to be patient, a cure is on the way.
The event raised over $31,000 in total. Reporting for Q30 News, I'm Ayah Galal.
Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, a presidential hopeful tweets about Quinnipiac.
Plus, Victoria Saha has your news from around Hamden, and Dora Labat has an updated weather forecast. What's it looking like, Dora?
Well, it's been low 70s and high 60s throughout Connecticut. If you were hoping for warmer temperatures, you may be a little disappointed. For our full weather forecast, stay with us.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
have a
back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom.
Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
GOP presidential hopeful Donald Trump tweeted about the Quinnipiac poll recently. Matt Corso talked to faculty and students about what they think of Trump's tweet.
Presidential candidate Donald Trump is stirring up the media yet again, but this time it's a little closer to home. Trump tweeted on September 11th that he is #1 in Iowa according to the Quinnipiac poll. I went around and asked students what they thought about this.
I think that he is such a big name and he's such a big business mogul that it reflects positively on our school and on our poll, but as a presidential candidate, I don't think that he's going to get very far.
I talked to Peter Brown, the assistant director of Quinnipiac poll, who said it's not uncommon for this sort of publicity. Scott McLean, a professor of political science at Quinnipiac, offered his reasoning as to why Trump is leading the Iowa polls.
I really don't think it's that he's rich. I think it's that he's famous. He's a celebrity. And people have seen him on television and they've heard of him, and that he has a personality that's perfect for reality television. And it really does point more to the changes in our elections and campaigns. They've become kind of like reality TV. And it's an environment where a candidate like Donald Trump will thrive.
Professor McLean believes the Quinnipiac poll is the best college-affiliated polling institute in the country. Donald Trump, recognizing the polling institute, could be seen as good or bad publicity. Junior John Brady had this to offer.
I think any publicity for Quinnipiac is good. I think this school is growing every year, so that's good.
Matt Corso, Q30 News.
The freshmen have arrived.
And the class of 2019 is jumping at the chance to get involved.
25 freshmen are running for 10 spots on their class cabinet. The 10 freshmen elected will represent their entire class as the 2019 SGA cabinet.
Election day is Tuesday, September 22nd. Elections happen virtually on DU, QU, and in person outside of the Student Center.
And lots is going on outside of the Quinnipiac bubble.
Q30's Victoria Saha is here now with our local news. Victoria?
A Connecticut resident has pleaded guilty for the murder of his wife and attempted murder of his mother-in-law that left her wounded. 47-year-old Scott Galati was charged for the crimes last year. The plea deal would send Galati to prison for 45 years. Galati's wife was shot 4 times in her home, along with her mother, who was shot once in her head. Galati will be sentenced November 17th. Back in Hamden, the annual Hamden Suicide Prevention Walk will be held Sunday, October 4th, and has a new location because of the large turnout last year. The walk will be at the Town Center Park next to Hamden Middle School and continue on to the Farmington Canal Trail. The new location will have free parking and much more space for the open and closing ceremonies. The walk is sponsored by Yale New Haven Hospital. And Joyce Y. Bryan from Hamden High School is among the 16,000 semifinalists in the 61st Annual National Merit Scholarship Program. Bryan is still in the running for about 7,000 merit scholarship programs worth more than $32 million offered next spring. A semifinalist must have an outstanding academic record through our high school, be recommended by a high school official, and display their academic endeavors. Students who scored the highest on the SAT were able to move on to the semifinals. This turned out to be less than 1% of those who entered the contest. And Quinnipiac students, listen up. The Connecticut Department of Motor Vehicles is urging customers to update recent due dates after extensions began the renewal process. Customers have until October 10th to renew their license and registrations and identification cards. The purpose of the 2-month extensions are so that the lines of the DMV can be shorter. The offices recorded long lines after they had a department-wide computer upgrade. DMV Commissioner Andres Ayala Jr. urges customers to make use of the AAA offices in Connecticut. He says, quote, "We don't want customers waiting in line unnecessarily," end quote. That's all for your local news. I'm Victoria Saha. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Victoria. Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, we interview the president of SPB about their upcoming concert.
And Dora Labat is here to fill us in on what the weather will be for that concert. Will it be a warm one, Dora?
Not necessarily. If you're expecting warmer temperatures, you may be a little bit sad, but we'll be right back with our full weather forecast.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
And we have a
back to his Hollywood days.
This is my mom.
Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Oh, I'm coming. Welcome back, guys. I'll have you today with our full weather forecast. Over here for our national forecast, we have Los Angeles at 72 degrees because of El Nino moving in. As for our tri-state areas, we have New York at 81, Washington at 75 degrees. Washington at 81 degrees, Buffalo at 75 degrees, and Pittsburgh at 79 degrees. As for our temperatures today here in Connecticut, we have Hartford at 73, Norwich at 72, around that range. Connecticut is mostly consistent with that temperature. Then moving on to what there's to come, it's been clear for the past few days, but it will get a little cloudy up until Sunday. Tonight's forecast, we have 56 degrees and clear. Tomorrow in Connecticut, we have nicer weather, a little bit warmer. We have the high 80s, 87 in Hartford and Meriden, 86 in Waterbury, and New Haven's 83, a little bit warmer. So if you want to pop out your shorts, now would be a good time. Well, tomorrow will be a good time. As for tomorrow's forecast, like I said, it'll be around the 80s, so 85 degrees and sunny. And as for a 7-day forecast, it'll be in the 80s up until Sunday. It'll be nice and clear and sunny. And it'll be the 70s from there on out. It'll drop as we go. And on Wednesday, unfortunately, it will be raining. So you might have to pop out a poncho or a rain jacket. That's all I have for your weather forecast. Now back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Dora. And now joining us is SPB President Erica Chanchosi to talk a little bit about Fall Fest. Erica, thank you so much for joining us today. So, how did you decide on the artist this year?
So this summer, we actually sent out a survey to the entire student body asking what genre they would like to see. The past 2 years, it's been country, and we sent out that survey to validate that having country again for a third year would be a good choice. From then, we work with a middle agent, and that agent makes sure that we can find someone that not only fits into our budget, but can actually come to campus on the day of Fall Fest. That date is set very far in advance, and it's chosen by the university as well as by SPB.
Nice.
Excellent. Very nice.
And of course, a lot of work goes into this event. So what has SPB been doing to prepare for Fall Fest?
So right now we have over 75 volunteers for the show. That is comprised of volunteers that are going to help with stage crew, volunteers to just make sure that things are going smoothly throughout the show, our executive board, as well as our pro staff members. We've also had our main stage chair, Alex Lamagna, who's been having several meetings with Brittany Vogel, facilities, and public safety to not only ensure that the show goes smoothly, but to make sure that it's a very safe environment for Quinnipiac students and that everyone can just really enjoy their day.
And I heard main stage crew gets to meet the celebrities. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah,
I'd love to
It's
meet
a nice
others.
perk.
It is a nice perk. And also, what do you want students to know about Fall Fest? Anything special this year?
So we're really excited about all the food trucks that are being offered. It's just a nice added component to the show. So there's going to be an ice cream food truck, grilled cheese, a bunch of other ones. The price is ranging from $2 to $4, but what's important that students know is that you have to pay with tickets that you can get at the show in exchange for Q cash money. And then that's how you kind of do that. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much for
sounds like a
joining
great
us
event.
today.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be
We'll
there.
definitely
Like,
be
we're
there.
going to go. Everyone else should go
course.
to Fall Fest. SPB's annual Fall Fest is this Saturday, September 19th. I went around and asked a few students how they feel about the chosen artists Jamie Lynn Spears, Tyler Hilton, and Josh Thompson. Here's what the students had to say.
Hi everyone, this is Liv Dufault for Q30 News. With Fall Fest fast approaching this weekend, I went around
That was
campus.
awesome. Thank you, Erica.
Thank
You know, pretty excited this year because, you know, we got former PCA alumni coming. We got Jamie Lynn Spears coming. Really excited for her. Hope she sings the theme song from Zoe 101 because I love that show, low-key.
You know, I feel kind of in the middle because I think we had some really great artists last year, and this year it's a little disappointing.
I'm really excited to see Jamie Lynn Spears. I think that's every guy's childhood crush, so everyone's really hyped up. I don't even know if she could sing or not, but we're all excited to go.
I just feel like they're not real country artists, you know?
So it seems the general consensus is that everyone is incredibly excited for the former Zoe 101 star Jamie Lynn Spears, and no one seems to know who Tyler Hilton or Josh Thompson are. But I am very excited for Tyler Hilton. Go One Tree Hill. This has been Liv Dufault for Q30 News. Back to you guys.
With the new Miss America crowned and Snapchat updating its app, there is a lot going on in the entertainment world.
Kelly Ryan has your entertainment update. Kelly?
Miss Georgia, Betty Cantrell, strutted her stuff at the 2016 Miss America pageant and brought home the crown. Hailing from Warner Robins, Georgia, Cantrell is a student at Mercer College with hopes and dreams of one day performing on Broadway. For her talent round, Cantrell sang opera, and for the Q&A portion, country singer and panel judge Brett Eldridge asked Cantrell if she believed that Patriots quarterback Tom Brady had cheated in the Deflategate scandal. Proving to be a controversial question, Cantrell answered, quote, "If there is any question, then yes, he cheated," end quote. Many debates appeared on social media following her response, but Cantrell still won the Miss America title. Her platform campaign, Healthier Children, Strong America, is designed to encourage children to eat more fruits and vegetables and less snack food. With support from the Miss America organization, Cantrell plans to build a healthier America. Donald Trump, you're fired. Not exactly. NBC announced Monday that Arnold Schwarzenegger will be the new host of Celebrity Apprentice. The California governor and movie star will replace Trump, who had been the host of the show since 2004, but recently quit because of his presidential campaign. The network has decided to wait until September of next year to air the latest season, which gives the Terminator plenty of time to establish his own catchphrase. To promote Chris Angel's upcoming magic show, his team offered a free viewing of one act on the streets of Las Vegas. Spencer Horseman's escape trick involved him being chained around the neck and arms, handcuffed around his legs, and locked in a plexiglass tank full of water. He was then hoisted into the air. After 2.5 minutes, hundreds of anxious spectators began to notice that something wasn't right. He was having trouble undoing the final lock. The stunt director signaled for the box to be lowered, and Horseman was pulled out of the box, halfway conscious. This is the second time this stunt has gone wrong. This past July at Foxwoods Resort Casino, Angel broke apart the box on stage and rescued Horseman. The stuntman was transported to the nearest hospital and is expected to make a full recovery. The magic shows in Vegas are still on as scheduled. As if Snapchat wasn't entertaining enough already, the app recently released some crazy surprises. From exploding hearts in your eyes, to spewing rainbows out of your mouth, to morphing into a 95-year-old, Snapchat has got it covered. By pressing and holding on your face before you take a selfie, users can choose between 6 different filters. Quinnipiac students have been buzzing over the update, posting silly stories and snapping their faces to their friends. The popular app is calling this fun new update, quote, "a whole new way to see your selfie." That's it for entertainment. I'm Kelly Ryan. Back to the
Still
desk.
to come on the Q30 Newscast, an update on all Quinnipiac sports.
Plus, we sat down with a Quinnipiac student battling cancer. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care. Cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
And we have a
back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom.
Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Welcome back. We're here with Q30's Sam Prevo, who has all of your Bobcat sports updates.
Thanks, guys. Oh, sorry.
So how are the Bobcats doing, Sam?
Thanks, guys. The Bobcats women's soccer team continued its strong start to the season with a win against Maine on Sunday. The Bobcats took an early 3-0 lead on 2 goals from Jess Fontaine and Jess Gargan's first career goal. Maine would add a goal at the end of the first half, but the Bobcats' defense kept the lead. The Bobcats looked to develop a winning streak as they took on Albany on Tuesday. However, the Albany offense came out strong. Albany took a 2-0 lead in the second half, and Jess Gargan scored for the Bobcats to make it 2-1. But then Albany scored 2 more goals to take the definitive lead and eventually the win. The Bobcats look to bounce back against defending MAC champions Ryder in their first game of conference play on Saturday. It was a busy weekend for the Bobcats field hockey and rugby teams as they traveled to Pennsylvania to take on Lafayette and to West Point to take on Army, respectively. The rugby team took on Army on Saturday, taking an early 14-0 lead in the first half. The Bobcats' offense remained strong, taking a 24-7 lead in the second half. But Army would respond, scoring 22 points in the last 30 minutes of the game to win by a final score of 29-24. The field hockey team took on Lafayette on Sunday, looking to improve its 1-4 record. Lafayette took a 2-0 lead early in the second half, and despite a late goal from Michelle Federico, the Bobcats were unable to get the win. The field hockey team will take on Maine at home on Thursday, and the rugby team will also be home to take on Dartmouth on Saturday. The Bobcats men's soccer team continued its out-of-conference play with a game against Rhode Island on Saturday. The Bobcats have had trouble scoring, being shut out by their last 5 opponents. This scoreless run would come to an end with a goal from Rashawn Daly in the first half. However, this goal would not be enough for the Bobcats as Rhode Island scored 2 goals in the second half and took home the win. The Bobcats return home this afternoon to take on Holy Cross. After a scoreless first half, Holy Cross took a 2-0 lead early in the second half. The Bobcats would respond with a goal from John Diaz to cut the lead in half, but Holy Cross would score on one final goal in the last 30 seconds of the game to secure the win. The Bobcats will look to end their losing streak on Saturday as they travel to New Haven to face off against Yale. In Q30 Sports, Paul Caracciolo had the chance to sit down with men's soccer player Eric Panzer earlier this week in a new segment called Meet the Bobcats.
I still pay attention to the news back home. I'm always looking on Facebook to seeing what my friends are doing and everything. And I'm not forgetting about New Zealand, but it's just in the back burner because I'm here and now and I have to focus on what's here and in front of me.
Now, when you were at home, I mean, obviously soccer is a huge international sport. Did you see any kind of changes in the way they played here compared to New Zealand?
Yeah. So back home, most of the coaches are old English style, really, a lot more traditional. Here it's a lot more physical, fitness based, I would put it that way. So it was a different type of style, but I got used to it. It was definitely more competitive because it's guys my age battling it out, whereas back home I'd been playing in senior men's divisions for the past 3-4 years when I was 16 through 19.
For the full interview, check out our website, q30television.com.
When we come back, Q30's Nicole Kessler sits down with a Quinnipiac student battling brain cancer.
And inspiring QuinniPeople, coming up after the break.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care. Cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
And we have a
back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom.
Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Nathan Orsini is a junior at Quinnipiac battling a rare form of brain cancer.
Nicole Kessler has the latest on his journey in this week's QuinniPeople.
So I'm Nathan Orsini. You might know me as Naked Nate from the Honors Retreat.
Relay for Life. A day to celebrate, remember, and fight back. This year, Quinnipiac students are relaying for our very own Nathan Orsini.
I was enjoying my sophomore year here at the Great QU. On my 20th birthday, November 11th, I received one of the most unimaginable presents ever. A diagnosis of DIPG. It's a diffuse intrapontine glioma. It's an inoperable and incurable brain cancer.
But Orsini isn't letting his diagnosis defeat his spirit.
I'm doing well right now. I've been better, obviously, but I'm working through it. Feel good today, though. It was nice to come here, nice to see my friends, nice to be back on campus.
Orsini says his positive outlook comes from the support of his community, his friends, and family.
In the mail, sometimes I just get a letter, a card from a friend or family, and it just puts a smile on my face.
With the help of everyone in the community, over 500 students came to Relay for Life, raising a total of $31,000 for the American Cancer Society. Nathan's Neuro Ninjas, a name Orsini made up himself. Neuro for the brain and Ninjas because he is fighting back, raised over $4,200, the #1 team out of all 60 registered. His friends, family, and the honors program all made up the Neuro Ninjas.
It's like to build a sense of community, try to be there for each other. It's very nice, like everyone comes together to work towards a common goal.
The people around Orsini are more than just his support system. They admire how he keeps a positive outlook on life.
It's awesome. It's incredible. This whole thing is showing a whole side of how open he can be through something so horrible. It's been incredible.
And a lot of inner strength.
Well, he inspires me because when I see him and I see that everything that's happened to him, he's still willing to get up every single day and do what he's got to do and still fight through it all. There's no excuse I can ever make in my life not to do anything.
His friends as well describe him as strong, resilient, hilarious, selfless, and inspiring.
It's important to stay positive during the journey.
Orsini says, "You really don't know how much you take for granted in life." For that, he has some advice to everyone.
Progress is being made every day. Even though life gives us these hurdles, we keep plodding along. We need to keep fighting. So let's walk to continue the fight, raise some money, and have some fun.
I'm Nicole Kessler, Q30 News.
That's all for this evening's Q30 Newscast.
Stay up to date with all breaking news by checking out our website, q30television.com.
Have a good night.
Good night.